operating 12,000 servers, the majority of which are Windows servers, has been a very significant challenge for us. Finding data center space initially, and power, and bandwidth also have been critical issues for us as we've grown. And today, just trying to find the best solutions for power and efficiencies and for performance right now is still a major. We have a limited server room space and power capacity in our office environment, and so we put in a mix of the HP blades for power efficiency and NetApp storage and VMware, and we reduced our server footprint quite significantly from going from the sort of traditional, just deploy a one-use server every time somebody wants a new development box. And it's actually grown sort of almost out of control a little bit, but we have about 700 virtual machines now running off of only 32 hosts, which is a significant server to host, virtual machine to host ratio. But most of those machines are very simple web servers, a gigabyte maybe of RAM as a maximum, and of course they kind of sit around and do nothing until somebody's actually using them for development. So so we're able to use virtualization very, very successfully as a consolidation effort in our dev test environment. In our production environment, it's a little more difficult. The challenges for us in our production environment are just massive scale, and everything that we do, every application that we build, every feature, and every product has to be able to just sort of scale out linearly, and for us to be able to add more servers as needed to create more capacity. So the consolidation effort with virtualization for us in production is not really there. An interesting addition for additional reason for us to use virtualization in our production environment with our massive of Windows servers. Windows patching becomes a significant challenge for us to maintain a 24/7 website with so many thousands of servers with patches coming out every month. So we're investigating Zen right now as a virtualization host, and we're looking to host our Windows boxes on top of Zen and be able to use some sort of clever techniques for really, I guess you'd call it server configuration management. And it's early days kind of for us right now, but it seems to definitely be sort of the path forward for us. No matter what hardware is there, we can maintain one Windows image. We can start to do clever things with diffs between the base image and the most recently updated image, and start distributing diffs across the network. So it's kind of exciting. The assumption there is that the virtualization is purely a consolidation effort, and for us, I think we found a reason to virtualize our production infrastructure without the need for consolidation. I mean, it would be a one machine to one host ratio on every server. But what it gives us is this great platform for us to be able to manage all of our servers, as one, in the same way, no matter what kind of actual underlying hardware is there. And again, we can do some sort of clever things with updating Windows servers and patching and things like that that we otherwise wouldn't be able to do. So, as far as the workload goes, I mean, there's virtualization, the I/O especially right now, the acceleration there, there's the loss in performance, if you like, is it's falling to the point where it's barely noticeable. I mean, we do have, and we've been testing virtualized servers in our production and sending the same workloads to them, and the response times and the CPU loads are, the differences are negligible to the point at which there's no really perceived loss of performance. It's the one sort of fixed factor for us in our data centers is power. The co-location facilities we use only will allow us a certain amount of power, a certain amount of power density, which for us, it depends on the data center, but sort of 6 kilowatts a rack is kind of a sort of a base figure that we use. And at 6 kilowatts a rack, you tend to have more empty space in the rack than you would like. So increasing power efficiencies for us is just huge direct savings. Well, initially, obviously, for us in just the number of servers we need to complete a certain amount of capacity to do a certain job. So by reducing just server numbers, that's an absolutely direct capex right off the bat. So in addition to that, if we can actually put 42 U's of servers inside a 42 U rack and still fit it within a 6 kilowatt footprint, then that's a great thing. It's a challenge for us to do that right now. That's a sort of standard rack for us right now would probably be about 32 units. So I mean that's a lot of wasted space in the data center, which means building out more racks, and that's more space and that's more cost. So I mean it is absolutely just a fixed factor for us, and power efficiencies and performance together are direct capital costs and also direct operational costs.
Yep.
The operational cost for us now, I mean, over the life of the server tends to be more expensive than the initial cost of the purchase of the server. So right now we're in the middle of a tech refresh where we're retiring our old generation of servers. That old generation of servers are a little over 2 years old. And already we're finding that with the latest quad cores, we are getting about a 3-to-1 performance increase over those servers. And not only a 3-to-1 performance increase, but also the additional power efficiencies, which is giving us actually about a 4-to-1 rack consolidation by retiring out the old servers and putting in the newer. So, you know, bring it on. The faster you can make it, and the lower power, it's nothing but good things for us. Our last generation of the Intel 7300 servers, you know, we were able to saturate a 10 gig NIC now from a single server, which is something that we never could have done just a few years earlier. I mean, that would have taken a farm of many servers with 1 gig or multiple, you know, gigabit NICs. And now we can just do it with a single server. We can deliver a substantial amount of video delivery with actually a very small footprint of servers.